He's got the power to be a pro. We'll see how the rest of his game develops. Well, we're not done. We've got more bonus coverage coming your way, so stay tuned. We've got cruiserweights up next. Kendrick Releford and Cornelius Beauchamp. Let's pick it up.
Round one.
Beauchamp looking for his first win, and Releford has that win. Good jab. Beauchamp opens up, right hand body shot. And these guys responding to the theme of the night, which has been some big punching and had some nice knockouts on the card. Releford brought here in the stable of Dave Gorman. Gorman has Trey Telligman, who he's all excited about, who got his first win on the card tonight. Also, Gorman used to handle Donald Curry, great welterweight from the 80s, a champion. So now Dave Gorman breathing some new life into his journey through boxing with these guys. Beauchamp stalking Releford. Nice couple jabs by Releford. Releford continuing to jab, showing it smartly. Now goes southpaw, and Beauchamp takes the opportunity and comes underneath. So for Beauchamp, the right hand lead is there now. The double left hook is there now. And you can see southpaw is all the way over to that side, as Releford is. And that body is wide open on that side. Two jabs by Releford. Beauchamp missing wildly over the top. Three nice shots by Releford. Good schooling in those jabs. Beauchamp missing wildly again. Two jabs, two more by Releford. Then he goes back to southpaw. Beauchamp working the body, and Releford staying outside and operating behind a slick jab. Round one is in the books. And these young fighters go back for instructions.
You're waiting too much in the crunches, okay? All right. You letting him come up on you. When you get on the ropes, you know what you're doing? Huh? When you, hey, spit, just spit. Hey, you look at me. You know what you're doing? You're sitting in the front. You see how you got on the ropes, letting him bang on you? Quit letting him bang on you.
You don't have a bucket? We're spitting all over the floor. Wipe that up.
Give him that bucket. Spit in that bucket, okay? Hey, quit.
Wide open with that jab. Put that jab straight in. It's wide open. Know that jab. Straight up. You know. And get a body too.
Second out. Second out. We approach the second round.
Cornelius Beauchamp and Kendrick Releford. Round two of a scheduled four-rounder in the cruiserweight division. Couple of fighters just starting out their careers. Beauchamp gambling and got the better on the inside. Able to force Releford back. Then he scores with a hook. good shots, although a little bit wide for Beauchamp. But some good aggression by him here. Lean on each other.
Watch those heads. All right, break out there. Step back. Don't punch.
As they separate, Releford on the outside gets the first opportunity to strike. Right hand by Releford. Good hook by Beauchamp. Body shot and a hook by Beauchamp. Good work here by both. Beauchamp with a nice uppercut. Double jab by Releford. It came up short. Releford penetrating through. Looking for work on the body inside. Releford goes to the side. And Beauchamp up the middle nicely. We're not seeing as much of the switching by Releford in this round. He fires a hook.
Keep the punches up.
They both try to forge openings by working the body. They work it on the inside.
All right, don't punch, don't punch. Hit him in the ear. Don't get caught.
So these two cruiserweights putting up a pretty good pace as they come up along the halfway mark of their scheduled 4-rounder. Beauchamp and Releford. We start round 3. Cornelius Beauchamp and Kendrick Releford. Cruiserweights. And very young cruiserweights in their careers, but really flashing a lot of leather in this battle. Releford 1-0, has one knockout. Beauchamp 0-2.
Come on, come on. Don't lean on him, don't lean on him. Step back.
And Beauchamp admonished for laying on Releford. Beauchamp with his mouth open now. Maybe the first one to get to the tired mark. And as they continue to dig on the inside. Good uppercut by Beauchamp. Beauchamp going to work. Tired or no. Good aggression. Although the shots are wide, so he lost a lot of power on them.
Don't lean on him.
They continue in close quarters. Being told not to lean on each other, but the response almost could be, but I'm tired. And these guys are showing some fatigue now, both of them, tying each other up. But the opportunity is there for one of these fighters to dig in a little bit deeper and go get this fight, which looks to be still up for grabs. And Releford stepping up. Releford working the body up top. Good shot by Releford. Beauchamp comes back at him. round 3. Now Beauchamp indicating he's hurt. That momentary lapse almost cost him big. But as it is, he makes it to the end of the round.
Free D. Listen, I need you jabber. You got that? I need you jabber. You slugging with the okay?
You're looking good.
You hear me? You had him hurt, but you crowding your punches. Get back from it and pick it. Sting. Get back from him and think it. Boom. When you see you connecting, step back and sting. Boom. Remember when we did that? Boom. Step back. Jab, bam. Up. You trying too many bombs, but you're not connected.
You went in the fight, but
don't let him come up on you.
Yeah, don't let him.
You let him come up on you when you let him out punch you.
Turn
Got it?
Turn him around.
Come on.
You got to come through, baby.
Getting ready for the final round. Beauchamp and Releford. Releford leaning away, then scores with a nice left hand. Final round underway. Two young cruiserweights poured their heart out here. And their final round, their final chance to make an impression on the judges. I think Releford's had a bit of the edge over 3, but it's close. And these are the fights with classic draw distance. Beauchamp might be able to work himself into that, but he's getting pounded now. Releford working the body nicely. As they tie up, take a little rest. Nice hook in the right hand by Releford. As they tie up here, Paul Cedar separates them. Beauchamp choked fatigue at the end of last round, and it's coming back to haunt him. This might be over, and it is. Paul Cedar steps in, noticing the fatigue factor for Beauchamp.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 16 seconds of the 4th round. The winner by technical knockout, Kendrick Releford.
So Kendrick Releford gets the win, and we wrap up the show. It's been a nice night. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This is Dave Fontempo saying so long.
Sunday on Fox Sports Central, Steve Carfino has a red-hot guest list and a full card of NRL.
Know the game. Experience the wonders of nature with ESPN's Photo Safari. Each week, seasoned guides track down the most elusive and dangerous creatures on Earth, forever capturing them on film. Get creative tips from expert photographers on how to improve your own wildlife shots. It's the thrill of the hunt. Photo Safari, only on ESPN.
RPM today coming your way at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, 8:30 Pacific. RPM tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time. So all the updated action. Whit Watson will bring you updates on what's happening. Michael Schumacher attempts to tie the great Alain Prost at the Grand Prix of Great Britain, and a preview of card action all on RPM today and RPM tonight coming your way tomorrow. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Well, an unfortunate day, or should say night, for Rick Crawford, who has climbed out of the Milwaukee Electric Tools Ford. Amy?
That's right, Jerry, and this was his favorite Dover truck that you ran so well in. Was it the engine? Did it lock up on you?
Yeah, actually the oil pump locked up. I felt it going into turn 3 on the Milwaukee Electric Tool Ford. It's a shame. Good and decent. 50th anniversary of the Sawzall, celebrating tonight here with a new paint scheme from Milwaukee. It's a shame. We'll get them in Loudon.
And Rick Crawford has been very successful with crew chief Ray Stonkus, as we see the two of them walking away right now. And indeed, he will be back. You can count on that Milwaukee Electric Tool Ford.
No doubt about that for Rick Crawford and Rocket Ray Stonkus. Pretty good battle brewing here. Got a couple of Roush trucks, although the 99 truck is being shown 2 laps down in 20th spot. That is John Wood in the 50 there behind the 75 of Billy Bigley, and they're waging a heck of a battle. That is for 8th position.
I'm not sure who's driving that yellow and white truck, number 88, because we told him we would not talk about him this race. he played in the softball game we talked about earlier, and he hit the ball at our producer, which was not very nice, and we told him we would not talk about Matt Craft in any of this race, but he's running so well we're going to have to talk about him a little bit.
All right. Reigning Featherlight Southwest Series champion Matt Craft, pretty good athlete. When you can direct a softball at somebody like he did, that shows he's got a lot of talent. Currently being shown in 7th position, driving for Duke Thorson. Fast track driveway sealer Chevrolet.
By the way, our producer did not catch the ball either.
I wasn't going to mention that. But now she did. She did. Battle for 7th, 8th, and 9th position. 4 laps away from the 100-lap mark. And now Bigley inside of Crafton for position. Billy Bigley coming off his best finish in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series action. Last week he finished 5th at Kansas Speedway. Here comes Crafton back. Now, if you're John Wood, what do? Do you follow Crafton, or you dive down and follow Bigley by?
I think I'm going to dive down and follow Billy Bigley. As we see Billy Bigley go ahead and make the pass, Matt's trying to fight back on the outside and actually going to get back up beside Billy Bigley. You know, Billy Bigley ran the ARCA race last night, so he's got a lot of experience on this racetrack.
ARCA Remax cars were here last night at Kentucky Speedway. Good crowd last night. 2-time champion Frank Kimmel taking the win in that one. Bigley again in the Spears Manufacturing machine. Side-by-side action. Boy, I love that. I've only been here. It's the first time I've been here, and I love this racetrack.
It was a great racetrack. I really had a great time in the Morton Salt car when we ran the Busch race a month or so ago. So really hated we had trouble, and I got into the fence, but had a great time. Great facility. Great action.
Let's check in the Eldon pits with Ray Dunlap.
Well, Jerry, I was a little curious as to whether they'd leave John Wood in this number 50 truck throughout the rest of the year. You know, I kind of figured they'd run a handful of races and then take him out and keep his rookie eligibility. But they said, no, here's the reason why. John Wood has been really good at communicating with crew chief Dan Binks and telling him exactly what the truck needs during practice, happy hour, and during the race. It's the communication factor between the driver and the crew chief that has gotten him that ride.
Absolutely. Communications is so important, and that's what when they go over and have what they call the gong show, where they bring drivers in and let them run laps for different owners, they look at that. Communications is as much as important as being able to drive on the racetrack.
You know, we talked earlier this season that Roush may run as many as 4 trucks next year, depending obviously on sponsorship, but they've all actually been trying out some drivers in the last couple of weeks. We talked to Max Jones yesterday, and he said that they've been on the road trying drivers out in the last couple of weeks. So if they're going to run 4 trucks, they're looking for the drivers right now.
Talent search ongoing, and what a great place to bring a driver. NASCAR's Craftsman Truck Series, and pretty good guys over the years. How about a Kurt Busch or a Greg Biffle that came in here from running the regional series out in the Northwest and Southwest Series tours and come here and make a name for themselves and move on to the NASCAR's Busch Series or Western Cup.
How about Mike Skinner, Ron Hornaday, people like Kevin Harvick, people like that.
Stacy Compton. As you watch this battle here, the 20 and the 2, that is 3rd and 4th, left side of your screen. Coy Gibbs, right side, the points leader, Scott Briggs. Our Wagner race recap shows that Ted Musgrave has led 69 of 99 laps. There have been 5 lead changes. 4 caution flags for a total of 19 laps, bringing the average speed down to just under 120.5 miles per hour. Our lap leaders, Musgrave and Sprague. Sprague, of course, was the pole sitter, his 4th pole of the year, 17th career. In Craftsman Truck Series action, Willie T. Ritz, Morgan Shepherd out, Donnie Morlock, Chris Horn involved in an incident not of his own doing early on, Sammy Sanders, the 07 Gene Christensen, and Lance Hooper, the former Winston West Series champion, having to park the Joey Sontag machine. Well, getting set for pit stops on pit road. Fuel mileage very critical. We'll come back and cover them at Kentucky Speedway in just a moment.
A dominant force is threatened.
I will never, ever forgive your mother for giving birth to you.
As there comes a time when youth takes center stage and old men must stand down. Change is near, the invasion inevitable.
Shane McMahon has beat the hell out of his car!